Today we're reacting to Bonnie Blue officially went too far. I don't know if this is new news from the last little video that we watched. I think it might be. So we're gonna go ahead and type into it. If y'all see this video, then I felt like it was worthy enough to go on the channel. Make sure y'all pull up to the Twitch. It's growing fast. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've been having a great time. Great show out. Great experiences. So I'm loving it over there. So let's get into it. Let's do it.
It'll be tied up in a glass box and open to the public. You can choose to either get involved or just walk around, watch, enjoy the show.
Like, I
walk
love
around, watch.
I don't know who's going to be inside of me. There was times I was in doggy and I'd turn around and I would have no idea who's in the back of me. And I love that.
That's disgusting.
I love it.
Hey man, enough is enough. enough is enough. We are done. This is sick. This is ridiculous. Enough is enough. OnlyFans extremist Bonnie Blue has honestly taken this to a whole nother level. These are now involving these public stunts, and all of this is tied into the conversation that I've been having on this platform and many other platforms about this one-upping culture when it comes to creating content. But it's there definitely is a one-upping culture for sure. I haven't heard it be said like that, but yeah, there is. Finally backfired and kicked her in the back because OnlyFans, yes, the OnlyFans, the platform in which we say should take some charge, has finally decided to ban her from the platform indefinitely. Round of applause. Round of applause. Think about how bad you have to be for OnlyFans to ban you. Now, granted, they're not the fondest of the nature in which this content is went anyway. Like, they didn't want their platform to be known as this type of platform. But when you see videos like this, you have to do something.
When does this, but why does this one draw the line though? It's just because, well, yeah, maybe he'll break it down.
Sorry, Daddy, but today I'm going to be stretched out a lot.
Look at this nigga, happy as hell too.
Look at these deviants.
Oh shit!
Who is that one dude?
I cannot wait to be leaving here in a wheelchair.
These are monsters, bro. These are evil people. Like, these are monsters.
I don't know if it's medically possible to be able to take all of these at once.
Wait a minute, is there a little boy in the background? That kid right there in the back, why does he look like he's 12 years old? Bonnie Blue had dubbed this event known as the petting zoo, and this is what she said about it, quote unquote, "For 24 hours, I'm all yours. Tied up, gagged, bent over, begging, however you want me. You can have me. No limits, no breaks, just me in a box and ready to be used." She also said that you could come and watch and that she plans to break some sort of world record, the record that she passed with doing like 1,057 men in 24 hours. Yeah, she wants to have 2,000 plus men plus the people watching. Bonnie Blue is literally the jigsaw of work, and there's some people that have been calling her out on the internet saying that this is like public exploitation, humiliation, this is sex offense. Like, you can't do this stuff in public. They're going to be harming her. Like, this is going to be taken to the furthest extent of the furthest extent. And not only is she upsetting a lot of people in the public sphere, because I think a lot of people are sick of this OnlyFans content anyway, she's also shaking the table in the content creator sphere. Other workers have come to talk about Bonnie Blue, disparage her for her actions and her extreme types of content. You know, famous corn star Lisa Ann has talked.
Lisa Ann, thanks to OF for making this a reality. Bonnie Blue hawk-toed herself by violating the policies of the platform while violating everyone at the same damn time, and has now been banned from the platform by. When you hawk to a Bonnie Blue, what is she?
Talked about, you know, when can they get Bonnie Blue banned, and ultimately when it happened, it was celebrated. And it has even been reported that Sophie Rain, one of the big dogs in the game, was a part of the team that got her banned. Sophie Rain literally stated out that it's no longer women's empowerment. This is...
When was this ever? Was this ever women's empowerment? When did being strapped down and put in all types of positions and twerking ass, and when does this start empowering women? I want to know.
About self-harm. She tweeted out, "I hope one day she realizes how much self-harm she's done." And we've seen this happen in this type of content before. Lily Phillips did her 100,000 men special or whatever she did, and we saw the aftermath where she literally cried because there was no sort of satisfaction coming from satisfying all these men.
I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's
a
kind
regular
of like
type of girl,
in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
it's not like just having with someone.
Yeah, just one in, one out. Like it feels.
All them soul ties. She had so many. That's so many souls. That's just because soul ties was broke down to me like, okay, boom, you're a woman, right? Or you're a person that has had relations. Then you've had relations with somebody that's had relations with all these different people. So all the ties of souls, you feel me? They all coming down and making these different types of damn. Guys, hold on. I just had a wave of like, I don't know if I'm hungry as shit just out of nowhere. Maybe I need some water. Damn.
Intense.
Like more intense than you.
Different beings and personalities all going within. You feel me? Infecting your soul. There we go.
Thought it might.
Definitely.
Now that was Lily Fresh off of 100 Men. Think about if we times that by 10 and then times that by 10 again. Well, 1,000 times 10 isn't. You understand what?
For Lily, there's still a person inside. For Bonnie Blue, the person has died a long time ago. It's literally an entity within that has carved out all the organs and everything. Like when she passes and her autopsy is in her body split open, it's just gonna be like a shell. And then when the body is finally cut and split open, it's gonna be like this soul spirit that's just gonna go into the air and scream, and it's gonna be this horrible thing. Everybody's gonna be, all the lights are gonna break and some more shit. And when they finally actually look inside, it's gonna be as if like you carved a watermelon out and it's just a shell. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying. This sort of thing isn't fulfilling, and it's not just us as content creators who keep our clothes on who are telling these people this. It's not just, audience members telling her this. Now it is the content creators in the same exact fields literally calling Bonnie Blue and these shenanigans out. They're talking about how she does not have to go to these extreme lengths to do sorts of content like this in order to garner some sort of audience. Literally, she could stay clothed and still pull in big amounts of money. Sophie Rain talked about how, I make more money than you and I don't do half of the extreme stuff you do. At this point, it's a level of degeneracy that nobody can even understand. And maybe I'll give Bonnie Blue some sort of pass, because clearly there has to be something mentally going on up here for her to be okay with doing this. And not just her doing this, but her whole family saying that like this is okay behavior.
Hearing all these stories that your daughter is saying, it's just
part of her job, it's her, and that's it.
How does it make you feel though?
I'm proud of her. I don't mind.
So even when you hear, that she slept with 158 guys in, was it a week?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
It's just part of her job, and that's it.
So you don't have any kind of, emotional response to it?
No, at first I did, but not anymore.
So you see, Bonnie, when you told your parents what you do, how did that conversation go?
I actually didn't tell them. A video got leaked. I would have always told them, but I'd only just started, so I wasn't ready to explain why I've chose to do this job. And you sort of had somewhere explaining it. My sister explaining to my mum.
Right, and how did you react to that?
I was gutted at first, I really was. It was shock.
Look, I know your kid is your kid, but there becomes a point in time where it's not just your job, it's not just whatever, it's about their health, safety, and well-being. She should be on some sort of conservatorship because the actions that she's depicting are insane. I think what she's doing has strayed away from women empowerment, work conversations, and even though I was critical of those conversations in the first place, I do believe that there is some room and realm for work to exist in the United States, in the world, whatever the case may be. But what she is doing lacks humanity. I'm seeing clips of her putting on fake stunts where she's either getting arrested or whether she's being tied down by a bunch.
She's a marketing genius. This is all part of this is all a great marketing ploy, and everybody's feeding into it. We're reacting, some more shit.
Bunch of men,
keeping her name alive.
Playing in sort of the sickest fantasies of people, where they are literally taking your human element out of your body and treating you as some sort of instrument or tool. And maybe that's what she is, but there's no way that we can say that this is some sort of women empowerment conversation when then you turn yourself into an object.
Well, I'm actually doing my own theatre next month. Maybe you could come to that and you see the amount of men that pay to watch me be in a glass cage for 24 hours.
To do what in a glass cage?
Well, I'll just be like a zoo animal. They can come if they want to f me, they can f me. If they just want to stare at me, they're welcome to. But I'm going to be tied up in a glass box for a couple of days, and my body is for everyone. It's happening in June.
So you're going to get paid to be in a box and just let anyone do whatever they want
So
to
who's
do.
going to feed you?
Well, obviously I get paid once I make the video, but the actual act is completely free. I'm not saying, oh my God, for you to see me naked, you've got to pay loads of money. No, it's free of charge. Anybody can come.
Is there like a limit or a certain standard of man that can
I just thought about the scent, the smell.
be around you?
No,
Or
as long as
inside
they're
of
of
you?
legal age, like anybody and everybody's welcome. I don't discriminate. Whether you're fat, skinny, small, big, anyone.
Out of the 1,000 men, there was a lot of barely legal boys. Do you not have a problem with the fact that they're literally borderline underage?
No, because they're 18.
But they're still children.
Yeah, but they're 18.
What if he was 17?
Wow.
Well, then no, because that'd be illegal.
Would you still, if it wasn't on camera?
No.
No, so your limit is 18 years old, but they are still...
I'd happily take someone like on their 18th birthday, like no problem.
How old
because
are you?
they're 18, 25.
Now, believe it or not, Bonnie Blue goes on to say
She's 25? Yeah, man. Her life is being sucked out of her. I really thought she was like a cool 30
that
something.
she is providing a safe place for these 18-year-olds to, you know, get off their sick fantasies or have sex with her for the first time, because it's a better environment than them, you know, experiencing normal sex with some young woman. This is the empowerment that she's talking about.
You are confused, or you don't know, or you might someone's in a dead-end job and they think they're going to look at you and might consider, okay, maybe I should just sell my body. It's the easy way out, and I'll just be a too.
You can't put that on me. You can't put that on me. If I'm Bonnie Blue, you can't put that on me, gang. But if anything, you got a Sophie Rain. I feel like everybody sees her and is like, oh no, this one not it. But then they see somebody like Sophie Rain, and Sophie Rain's like, yeah, I don't even sell my body. I don't even show, like, I'm not even naked on my shit. I just be in bra and panties and stuff. That's the one that you need to be like, hey, like, you know, this is like, whatever, this is that's not cool, blah, blah, blah. This one, I think you can go up to almost any woman and say, hey, what do you think about this woman having relations with 2,000 niggas being strapped up in a cage in a glass box for everybody to see while other people are serving food and having a great time expeditiously under the roof of somebody's home? Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is gonna be, damn, man, I can't think, bro. I just got so hungry, bro. Hold on, we gotta make a call real quick after I make this point. But I think Sophie Rain is the one that deserves more of this question than Bonnie Blue. Nobody's stunting Bonnie Blue. Back to it, y'all.
That's not a great example to set for any person. And as a woman, you should try, especially a woman who has a platform that you have now, should try and do something to help women, to uplift women, to make us feel secure, to make us feel safe.
The way she's looking, why are you trying to convince a demonic entity to do right? That's like trying to teach the Conjuring monster in the movie. Be like, bro, you should really be praying to God and like helping people. Look how she's looking at you.
Safe and to make us feel empowered. Whereas you just say, actually, we're not empowering. Just lay down and be a wet rag for everyone, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, oh, don't worry about having sex with your husband. I'll do it for you. I'm saving people a job.
But you're not, actually, because you're ruining people's marriages. Why would you want to f someone's husband?
If their husband wants to sleep with me and not talk about it with their wife, their marriage is already There's nothing to do with me.
Bonnie Blue has opened up a whole different conversation about what is pure sex work, what is not pure sex work, and I don't understand how we even gotten down that path, especially when she shouldn't even be considered into the sex work conversation. Well, we're looking at sex work as a whole in society and these sexualized conversations. I think things have gotten way too far. Every time I see a new picture of the latest Sexy Red photo or Sabrina Carpenter album, it's no longer about sales. It's depravity. It's the lowest of the low. Sabrina Carpenter.
Guys, they say that Sexy Red or Sabrina Carpenter is just the white Sexy Red. The marketable white Sexy Red to white people. That's what they say. Do y'all agree?
Carpenter's new album's cover is like her inferring that she's some sort of a dog for a man. It's not that it's, yo, she's empowered as a woman and she's sexy and she's true in her sexual identity. It's literally conditioning people to be okay with this extreme level of sex. And now we're getting to the point where it's no longer even subtly pushed. We're getting to the point where it is just overtly pushed onto people to the highest levels of extreme. There's one TikTok that I came across of the Chick-fil-A girl. You probably have seen her before, right?
And then can I also have barbecue sauce? Or do you have like a buffalo sauce? No Chick-fil-A sauce?
No Chick-fil-A sauce.
So you want a barbecue sauce?
Yes.
That's Gina Lynn, seemingly innocent content creator on the internet. And when people found out her age, they did what people normally do on the internet, which I think is just the strangest thing with these young women, is force them into OnlyFans, force them into the OnlyFans conversation, keep suggesting that they're gonna do OF, keep sexualizing them even if they didn't do anything.
There is speculation going around that the Chick-fil-A sauce girl is going to start an OF, and I'll put my 2 cents on this. I agree. I think she genuinely might go down that road. She has been posting herself in skimpier and skimpier outfits. I think 2 posts ago she posted herself in this really revealing like club dress that she was in, and she knows what she's doing. Obviously, she sees the comments. Everybody's like, oh, when's she gonna drop the OF? When's she gonna drop the OF, you know? And somebody said, I bet $20 by the end of May she drops it. Now, you might say, oh, God forbid, a girl just wants to show off her body T. And it's like, yeah, but when you start progressively doing it and you keep seeing these reoccurring...
I'm trying to see, like, test the waters. Oh, y'all fucking with this? What's crazy to me is, right? I'm trying to take a step back and look at this from every angle. You know? Yeah, nah. Especially the age thing. This is unfortunate, right? Because as a girl with, you know, necessarily not really any social media. Well, she seems like she's pretty funny. I don't know how she flips being a Chick-fil-A girl from Chick-fil-A sauce girl to big social media YouTube person, whatever, I don't know how she flips that. I don't know how she makes it turns it into that. I don't know. I think it's a level of laziness because she sees that. She posts her pictures. She sees some people like, oh, hey, you look good. Where the OF at? It goes to her mind, but she's like, hell no, She might take a picture where she feel like she look good that day. She keeps seeing it. She keeps seeing it. And then it's like, damn, the other ways to get this shit is a little bit harder than if I just make this shit and I'll get money today. I'll get money today. And it taints the brain. I feel like this is more so a what you're willing to do for money thing and a what you're willing to do for clout, which is ultimately what you're willing to do for money thing. Everybody is trying to figure out their money thing, right? And I think when shit like this happens, it allows them to be like, I figured out my money situation, and this is how I'm going to do it. Not saying that's a good thing. I'm just breaking down how I'm seeing it, how it's processing through my brain.
Comments where people are like, oh yeah, when's she gonna drop the OF? You know what you're doing.
How can somebody say that this is normal behavior? Not the girl dropping a club dress or a bathing suit or, I don't know, a tube top because it's the summertime. No, not her. I'm talking about the countless men or countless women or countless faceless accounts who sit here, wait for these underage girls to turn 18 years old and push onto them. And I promise you it gets younger and younger and younger. These girls are getting sexualized younger and younger every single day on the internet, and it's absolutely disgusting. Hell, Bow Wow's daughter at the BET Awards the other day got sexualized because of the dress that she's wearing. And it's almost like the community at large, the people that consume this content, can't just keep to themselves. Ultimately, this shit is detrimental to young girls at the...
That was a crazy dress. His daughter is younger. You know, I'm saying not 18. And that was a crazy dress. That was wild.
End of the day, whether it is Bonnie Blue who is pushing this over-sexualized degenerate content or Sabrina Carpenter, this is harmful.
You are destroying young women's lives seriously. So as of recently, I've been bombarded with men in my comment section saying that I'm getting...
Oh, this is her.
Started OF, and I already addressed this. I do not plan on starting an OF, and I'm not starting an OF. As most of you know, I turned 18 in August of last summer. After I turned 18, I started being more comfortable in my outfits and stuff. And for some reason, a lot of these men think that that's a suggestion that I'm starting a OF. At first, I was going to ignore it, but I'm angry now. Like, I'm actually really angry now. It's very hard for me to post anything anymore without feeling like an object, feeling like this is all that I am. And if it's not that, it's you're getting fat, you're not funny, you're falling off, Give me a break.
Reason why you are being seen as an object is because there are people on the other end, the Bonnie Blue end, that are literally making themselves objects, and they're okay with it.
Okay. I see some correlation here. I see the correlation. I wasn't hip to the correlation at first. I see where, okay. But again, Bonnie Blue, I don't think that's the one that gets brought up. I think it's more so of the Sophie Rain thing. I'm seeing more of the correlation. I already was there, like I understood the correlation, but now I really, really see, right? Yeah, but I think it's a Sophie Rain thing because that's like, that's one of them convos where, you know, you have with your friend, like, yo, you saw Sophie Rain made $40-something million in, you know, this many amount of days. He was like, yeah, like, man, if I was a girl, nigga, I'll be out. That's one of those convos. You know what I'm saying? That shit is that situation is inspiring. So as a woman, you know what I'm saying? Just how niggas be looking at certain content creators, be like, damn, bro, all he do is this, bro. We can do that, bro. I'm sure that be going around in some young ladies' heads, and that's fucked up. It's unfortunate. But how does it stop? How does it stop?
They're normalizing these conversations. Now, I do think that the men in these conversations are disgusting, are bad, or whatever the case may be. They're deplorable. They're the ones that are waiting for Billie Eilish to turn 18, Bad Baby to turn 18, you know, all these minors to turn these specific ages so that they can be sexualized and it be justified because they're 18. Like, this shit is weird. But nonetheless, there are women on the other end, the Sabrina Carpenters of the world, the Bonnie Blues of the world, the Lily Phillips of the world, who are playing into it and becoming the literal objects of these men's sick, depraved fantasies. There needs to be some sort of reckoning day. I'm glad OnlyFans did step up and step in, but trust me, Bonnie Blue is not the only one, and we need to have a real conversation about especially how this impacts the youth, because if we don't, I don't even want to think about or discuss how ugly it can get.
Nah, I'm with that. I understand. I get it. That being said, y'all let me know what y'all think. They'll like the video, sub, comment up, binge, the channel, and pull it to the Twitch, man. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm great for y'all, bro. We gone. ADD, let's do it.